Greetings, Earthlings. I'm Jonna, and I welcome you all to Earth's BFF. If you're new here and would love to see content on how we can help better this lovely planet, subscribe to my channel. Also, like this video and comment below. Perhaps maybe you would like to recommend a video that you would love for me to create that's environmentally related. In today's video, I would like to discuss the topic of fast fashion and how it really is ruining the world. Fashion. It's one of those fabulous ways that we are able to express ourselves non-verbally. The problem with fast fashion is it only stays in season for a short amount of time. Then before you know it, there's something else that's trending. Now picture this. You're walking down the street in your latest, and all of a sudden, you can't breathe. Because the air is filled with toxins due to the production, manufacturing, and transportation of the millions of garments purchased every single year. Kinda sounds like priorities are mixed up, huh? I don't know about anybody else, but I think I'll take me being able to breathe before anything. I mean, wouldn't you? Now, I'm not saying you have to give up being in fashion, but wouldn't it make more sense to be more conscious of your fashion choices? Have you ever thought what it took to get those garments onto your body? Maybe it was literally bodies. Child labor is something serious and something I'll never agree with, especially because I am a mother myself, and I know a lot of people listening to me might be a parent as well. Before you indulge in that next hot thing, I wanted to put a few things in perspective about what goes on behind the scenes and ways that you can take action. So, here we go. Number 1, water consumption. Ever thought about how much water is being consumed when manufacturing your latest trends? 9 times out of 10, you probably didn't. There is an overabundance of fresh water being used for both the dyeing and finishing processes for most of your clothes. Let's not forget the huge amount of water used to grow cotton. We're talking 20,000 liters of water. And get this, that amount of water would only produce 1 kilogram of cotton. Sounds like a sad waste to me. So fast fashion is so important to people that those who are unfortunate cannot gain access to water, maybe 750 million per se, it would never make sense to me. You know what won't make sense to me either? How they're able to use 79 billion cubic meters of water each year for fast fashion. You do the math. 750 million thirsty people, 79 billion cubic meters of water on pretty much waste. If you don't know what 79 billion cubic meters of water is, that's pretty much 32 million Olympic-sized swimming pools. Yeah, messed up is not the word I'm thinking now. Want to take action? Choose fibers that have used low water consumption. That would look something like linen or recycled fibers. Number 2, water pollution. While on the subject of water, we must talk fast fashion's responsibility in the pollution of our bodies of water. Picture this. Textile factories dumping untreated toxic waters into the rivers. Just guess what's in those wastewaters. Lead, mercury, arsenic, and I can only imagine what else. Eventually, these waters will start to affect aquatic life and people worldwide. So don't for a second think, well, that doesn't affect me one bit. Sorry to bring it to you, baby. It does. Want to take action? Opt for clothes made of organic and natural fibers. These kind don't need chemicals to be produced. Also, where your clothes have been manufactured plays a huge role as well. Europe, the United States, and Canada have stricter environmental regulations for factories. Number 3, microfibers in our oceans. Have you ever thought about what happens every time you wash any synthetic garment like nylon, polyester, acrylic, and many others? Approximately, there's about 19,000 individual microfibers that are released into the water each year, making their way into our beautiful oceans through something as simple as using the washing machine. It doesn't stop there either. Those same microfibers eventually end up in our own bodies because once it hits the oceans, small fish ingest them, then bigger fish feed on those same small fish, making us the next ones to then feed on the bigger fish. Want to take action? Opt for natural or semi-synthetic fibers. Number 4, greenhouse gas emissions. The 3 countries in which most of our clothes are being produced in are China, Bangladesh, and India. The problem is, they're all powered by coal, which happens to be the most filthiest type of energy to use when it comes to carbon emissions. The clothing industry just so happens to be responsible for 10% carbon emissions worldwide as well. Your favorite pieces made out of synthetic fibers like nylon and polyester are being made from fossil fuels. If it had to be narrowed down to which type of fiber would produce less concentrated energy, it would be natural fibers compared to synthetic ones. Want to take action? Instead of purchasing clothes all the time, why not invest in better quality clothing and made of natural fibers? That way you automatically buy less. Mending clothes you already have makes a big difference too. Countries that use renewable energy are the best to buy clothing from. Number 5, child labor. Ever thought to yourself like, I wonder why this t-shirt or pair of pants is so cheap? 2 words, child labor. You may think you're getting a pretty good deal, but that child in a third world country might think otherwise. The International Labor Organization has estimated that there are 170 million children that are occupied in child labor. The reason why it even exists, the children's parents deem it as normal and good for character building and skill development, as well as to help support the family. Poverty in third world countries are so bad that it will make you feel so grateful for what you already have. Some children are even forced to child labor through trafficking. Children are often subjected to abuse, violence, and other human rights violations. Have you even thought about the working conditions that they have to endure, or poor health conditions they may develop as they get older? It's really that serious. Want to take action? It's always a conscious decision to do thorough research about where the item came from and was it ethically manufactured. Consider thrifting, upcycling your old clothes, or buying more quality, slow fashion pieces. Number 6, waste accumulation. Every year, about 66 pounds of clothing is disposed of by each family in the Western world. Of that 66 pounds, only 15% is recycled or donated. And the other is what? Thrown in the landfill, and even burned. 70% of our clothing contains synthetic fibers, which can take up to 200 years to break down. Want to take action? Invest in natural or semi-synthetic fibers. Buy better quality, buy less, mend old clothes, or recycle. Fast fashion is literally killing the world that we live in. While we don't have to sacrifice our sense of style, it's important that we take more conscious steps. It's about saving future generations. I'm pretty sure you want your kids and beyond paying for your mistakes. Now, this is not to degrade anyone. I'm just simply doing what I feel is best by slowly changing my ways and inspiring others to do the same. Every day is a practice. Every day is Earth Day. Bye-bye, Earthlings.